Okay, so textiles. I have to admit, I was genuinely surprised by what our sources dug up.
Yeah. How so?
Well, like most people, I guess, I just thought, clothes, maybe some stuff for the house.
Sure, fashion, home decor, that's the usual association, right?
Exactly. But this deep dive, it shows they're just, well, fundamentally part of everything. Things you don't even think about.
Hmm.
Like uh, airbags in your car, seat belts. That's textiles, medical supplies too. And the big one, they were basically the engine driving the Industrial Revolution.
Oh, absolutely foundational. You can't really overstate it.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. Both in England and then here in the US, textiles were the Industrial Revolution, pretty much.
Wow.
You had guys like Samuel Slater, he brought over the British tech, basically kickstarted the whole American mill system.
Got it. The father of the American Industrial Revolution, was he?
That's the one. And then later, Francis Cabot Lowell, he took it further, integrating everything spinning, weaving all under one roof.
Creating those famous mill towns.
Exactly. Huge shift from like little cottage industries to these massive industrial centers. It literally wove the fabric of the modern economy.
And that legacy, it didn't just disappear.
Mhm.
What really jumped out at me from the recent data was, well, even with all the globalization talk,
Uh-huh.
the U.S. textile industry, back in 2014 anyway, was worth $51 billion. $51 billion.
It's still significant, definitely.
And get this, the U.S. is the third largest textile exporter globally.
Ah.
How does that work when you think most manufacturing went overseas?
Yeah, that definitely makes you pause, right? How is that possible? Well, a big part of the answer is something called yarn forward rules in trade agreements.
Yarn forward, okay.
So it sounds technical, but it's basically a strategic requirement. Take agreements like NAFTA or DARCAFTA.
Right, the free trade agreements.
Exactly. So for a finished product, like maybe a shirt that's sewn in Mexico or Central America, to get duty-free access back into the U.S.,
Uh-huh.
the yarn used to make the fabric for that shirt often has to be spun in the U.S., or at least within the trade agreement region.
Ah, okay. So it forces manufacturers in those countries to buy American yarn if they want the tariff benefits.
You got it. It essentially created this, well, captive export market for U.S. yarn producers. High-quality yarn specifically, it gave them a real leg up.
That's fascinating. So it connects the whole supply chain back.
Precisely. And globally, yeah, production is spread out now. China, India, South Korea, Turkey, Mexico are huge players. But the U.S. Southeast is still really key, especially for that yarn and the more advanced stuff. It makes you think about the whole journey these materials take.
It really does. And speaking of that journey, from the raw fiber to the finished fabric,
Mhm.
What about the environmental side? That global web must have implications.
Oh, huge implications. Historically, the textile industry's environmental footprint is, well, it's significant.
Yeah.
Think about water usage, especially in dyeing, chemicals,
Mhm.
energy, and now microplastics from synthetics ending up, everywhere.
Right. So what's happening now? Is the industry changing?
It is, and quite dramatically in some areas. There's a big shift, especially in developed countries, towards what they call technical textiles.
Technical textiles, like
Yeah.
high-tech fabrics.
Exactly. Highly specialized stuff. Materials for the military, think uniforms that can monitor vital signs. Medical applications like biocompatible fabrics for implants or advanced wound dressings. Industrial uses, too.
So not just T-shirts and jeans anymore.
Not just that, no. This is where a lot of the growth and innovation is happening. It means a huge focus on R&D, more automation, which can also help reduce waste, and really critically, a major push for sustainability.
Sustainability across the board.
Yeah, from finding more sustainable fibers to greener manufacturing processes to figuring out recycling and end of life. The pressure is on, both from consumers and regulations.
Wow. So I've gone from this hidden history shaping entire economies to these hidden trade rules keeping the U.S. in the game, and now this shift towards high tech and sustainability. It really is a complex world.
It truly is. And that future outlook, it's all about that intersection of innovation, the technical textiles, the automation and responsibility. Dealing with that environmental legacy is key for the industry's future.
So thinking about all this,
Yeah.
what does it mean for you listening? Where do you see the textile industry heading in, say, the next 20 years? And maybe more importantly, how can you as a consumer play a part in shaping a more sustainable future for textiles? Something to think about.